Hello everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Sakeina. If you are new to this channel and are unfamiliar with who Sakeina is, she is my spirit guide. These readings are for the collective and they are timeless. You will come upon these readings when you're meant to. So let's see what Sakeina's message is today. Sakeina begins every reading of these long readings with two cards. The first card is a request of mine so that I know that it is her that I am speaking with. So this card this time was the Five of Pentacles, which is her way of saying to me, I'm here she is, even through the trying times, even through the challenges. The second card is the subject matter of the reading, which early on, she began using both cards for this. So this would be the Temperance card that came out. So with these two cards, she's saying, whenever there's chaos, it's really important to have balance of some sort. And if we feel like we're lacking balance, we need to try and regain that balance. Because life's messy, that's for sure. We know that. So let's see what more she has to say about that. So we have the Five of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Wise One, which would normally be the Hierophant, the Hanged One, the Three of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Fool, and the Ten of Swords. Okay, so Sakeina is sharing here what we need for our lives to be balanced. And then that's usually, she's telling us what would create the most balanced life. And then usually the second line is how to do it. So let's see what happens here. So with the Five of Swords, what we see in the card is this boy who has captured a butterfly and has it in a jar. And he seems to be contemplating whether or not to end that butterfly's life and using pins to spread it out and hold it in place. He seems to be trying to decide if that is what he wants to do or not. He has this expression on his face as though the idea of it might be pleasurable, and that he knows that he has that butterfly's life in his hands. So what she's saying here is this is about morals. This is about your morals. part of being balanced is really being able to explore your moral implications about the decisions that you are making. If you take an action, does it align with you spiritually? Does it align with your spiritual values? If you are making a decision, is it going to affect other people in some kind of harmful way, or other creatures in some kind of harmful way? Is karma going to come back and bite you, so to speak? So morals is the first thing that she says will, being certain of morals, of your morals, will be the first thing to keep you balanced. With the Knight of Wands, this is about what you believe in. Are you willing to have an open mind? I mean, we see this knight, and he's holding a fire elemental in his hands. He's actually gone in search of this fire elemental. Sorry about that. Of this fire elemental. Not sure that it existed, but suddenly there it is before his own eyes. By questing for things that we're not sure of, questing for things that we cannot see necessarily with our own two eyes, being open-minded, being adventurous on this spiritual journey that we're having, this can actually accelerate our spiritual growth. If we are willing to, I guess, embrace new ideas and, venture into things that we don't really know much about, unexplained territory, so to speak. So how willing are we to be open-minded? How willing are we to change our beliefs with what we discover? And then we have the Ten of Cups, which is the ultimate card in the suit of love and emotions. So this is all about love and connection with family, with community. This is all about appreciating and learning from other people openly, and recognizing each and every person that you meet, each and every creature that you meet is a part of your spiritual journey and has something to offer to you if you pay attention. So we have morals, and we have beliefs, and we have relationships and love. And with the Knight of Pentacles, with this card, Sakeina is saying we need to take our time with this journey. We can't be in a hurry, because how can you appreciate something? How can you value something and give your all to it if you're in a hurry to speed through it? Oh, I just want to get this life done so I can move on to the next one. What are you going to take into the next life if you have hurried through this one and really haven't taken the time to learn much of anything? You need to be consistent and dedicated to this life in your spiritual growth, and to value that growth, even though it may seem slow, and to value the lessons that you learn along the way, good and bad feeling, so to speak. This life requires time, patience, dedication. And then with the wise one, Sakeina is saying, connect with your ancestors, connect with your higher self, connect with your guardian angel, connect with your spirit team, connect with those who have spent lifetimes learning. Sakeina, for example, has said that she hasn't been spirit side earth side in a long time. She spent a lot of years on spirit side, learning and learning and learning, and some of her learning was also on earth or as a being of some sort. She learned those lessons, and then now she is a guide. That's what she chose to do. These beings have a lot to give us for knowledge, and it will make our lives a lot easier if we connect with them and listen to their valuable information, because these are the ones who are actually will never ever forsake our highest good. They will never lie to us to manipulate us into doing something that we prefer not to. So Sakeina is saying, for keeping balance in our lives, even during the chaotic times, be sure of our morals. Be willing to change the way that we believe, the way that we think. Love unconditionally. Be proud of the spiritual path that we're on. And seek out those with higher knowledge than we have. And one thing I did notice with these cards is that we have a swords, wands, cups, pentacles, and a major arcana card. To me, this is air, fire, water, earth, spirit. I found that very, very intriguing with the way that these cards are brought forth for me from Sakeina are through jumpers, and this is how it came out. I never fail to be fascinated by that. So air, fire, water, earth, spirit. And I'm not real wise in Wiccan symbolism or pagan symbolism, but I did look this up, and the star, the pentacle, does show spirit at the top point, water at the left highest point, air right highest point, earth is the left lowest point, and fire is the right lowest point. The center would be the center would be harmony and balance. See the point here? Harmony and balance. So if Sakeina is staying true to form, which I do believe she is, because this is kind of the way it goes with each reading, she's going to tell you how to obtain that balance to the best of your ability, even in times when you feel as though there's no hope. So we start with the Hanged One. And she says, first thing that you need to do is cut through all the drama and find out what your truth is. That way, you can work on changing your perspective, figuring out what your morals are, figuring out where you stand. And then when you know that, you just eliminate everything else that does not serve you. You don't just stand on your laurels, so to speak. In other words, find a position that feels comfortable and then never move again. Oh no. So pay attention. and figure out what your morals are. Where do you stand? And then once you've done that with the Three of Wands, she's saying that you can start acting on what you've discovered here about yourself. Or maybe another way of saying it is using this card up here with your beliefs, that you begin tending the fire. And she's saying this is definitely not just a one-time thing. If you want to see growth in your life and you want to see that balance and that harmony, you need to keep putting kindling on the fire. You need to continue moving forward. And with the Ace of Swords, this is the card that is about opening up your mind to how unlimited potential is. The roots of the seed of the Ace of Swords, it's so strong, or the roots are so strong, and they are connected with every part of your life. Your home, here we go. Your home, your family, your work, and love. And it is the experiences that you have in these areas that bring forth different kinds of thought, different patterns of thought. And it can cut through the crap. This is the sword of truth. It can cut through all the baloney so that you can reach the love in the relationships that you wish to reach. In other words, to create that balance that you feel. But you have to be willing to be connected. If you're not connected, if you prefer to separate yourself or use the sword to sever the ties, to those people you know are good for you, those people you know love you, if you want to sever those ties, the balance will never be there. Now, don't get me wrong. Sakeina's saying there are definitely people who you need to at times sever ties with, and that goes along with your morals. Deciding what it is that you need in your life, deciding whether you want to be in someone's specimen jar. If you don't, then yes, you use the sword of truth and you sever that tie. But then find those people that help you balance. And then with the Fool, Sakeina was sharing here with the Knight of Pentacles that, you know, you need to appreciate and enjoy this life quest, this human journey that you're on. And the Fool is right there saying, allow yourself to be like your inner child. Be like the child that you once were. Have wonder about what's happening. Have joy. Laugh. Giggle. Get excited. Allow yourself to see through the eyes of your inner child and to act upon it and learn how to escape from the conditioning that you've had for such a long time. Society's conditioning, the world's conditioning. Let your inner child come out so that you can make the most of this human existence, this life quest. that will immediately cause appreciation for the life that you are currently living. Joy brings forth a lot. And then with the Ten of Swords, as we see in this deck, we have an old sage eye to eye with a very old wise owl. And this goes back to getting to know your ancestors, getting to know your higher self, getting to know your spirit team, your guardian angel. This is about discovering information, getting to know each one of them, and actually feeling the wisdom that they're sharing, actually feeling the truth and the knowledge that they have, and that they're willing to share with you so that you can have the greatest experience, the greatest life experience that your soul can grow from. And they're always there for you. And Sakeina's saying, don't be intimidated. They've lived a lot of different kinds of lives, and they're willing to share that with you. But you too have lived a lot of different lives and have a lot of wisdom. But in the human condition, it is very difficult to remember a lot of that. In fact, I do believe some people call it the veil of forgetfulness that we come through when we're born. It would be very difficult to live a human existence if we could remember every single past life, every detail about every single past life we've ever lived. We would probably go crazy. It's just too much remembrance. But that is why we are not put on this earth alone. That's why we have these loving individuals willing to give of their time to us and to share their wisdom. But you are, as you see here, you are no less to them because you're human. They know you have knowledge. They just know that that's forgotten knowledge. So Sakeina is saying, take advantage of learning from those with experience and those who love you unconditionally and will never steer you wrong. So, creating balance and harmony in crazy times or even in normal times. And I love this because Sakeina made sure that, I would notice that that's her. I'm always here. That is her saying, I'm always here, always will be here. She is one of these. So remember, morals, beliefs, love and relationships, your spiritual path, your life experience, and your ancestors, higher self, guardian angel, spirit team. That is what will create balance for you. Air, fire, water, earth, spirit, equal amounts of all. Find your perspective. Move forward with that perspective. Tend the fire. Don't let it go out. Connect with all living things. Let your inner child play. Let the wise ones share their experiences. That will get you to here. They're very similar cards, the way that she has them laid out here. So I hope that you've enjoyed this reading and that what Sakeina is sharing resonates with you. If not, pass it on to someone else and let it go. Okay, that's it for today. Take care.